All right. Crap, we had these pre-market lows. Pre-market lows that got swept here. Not giving us a... Let's see what happens here. Pre-market lows. It's getting swept, but... not really giving any kind of entry or anything. Pretty bearish right now. Pretty bearish. See what happens here. We gotta... There's a sweep of pre-market lows. Bro, what the... Alright. Are we gonna end up going higher here? Holy crap, dude. We took out pre-market lows, but just straight push up. Nothing, I didn't even give you a chance to enter off of. Kind of rejecting view op right now. Let's see. Rejecting the view op, the pivot. So far, nothing really to... there's a load down there. See what happens. There's a big low down there. That's 23,190. That 190 level is a pretty big level too. So, see what happens at that 190 level. It took out pre-market lows. Taking out pre-market lows. Maybe we come back down, take out that 190 level. Got a pretty big reaction off pre-market lows, but, you know, it's not really given any... Didn't give a setup to go long, so... Yo! Good morning, good morning. Taking out the lows and moving. Yeah. Pre-market lows, it took out those... I was looking to get long off of pre-market lows for that reversal, but it's just... A lot of times if it does it right when market opens, we get so much volatility that it just doesn't really even give me, you know, it doesn't form any gaps down here for me to be able to take a long off of. It just kind of ran without me. But that was a good move back up, pre-market lows. So waiting now, seeing what happens. Dang. We're going up. Pre-market lows. We got pre-market highs up there now. I mean, a lot of equal highs. I mean, wow. We got like a triple. Seeing what happens here. Can get above view up. Maybe I can take an entry off a gap for. I mean, pre-market highs would be very nice to take. You got to get above view up. Got a lot of equal highs up there. It's not a bad entry for potential long if we could kind of hold. We got this gap over here. See what happens. I mean, I think we could. Right, the only issue, I mean, it's. Could potentially start moving up if we can get kind of a. I'll maybe try to take a. See what happens here. Man, we got so much. We got so much equal highs up there. Holy crap. A lot of imbalance here. Rejecting. We got to get through. If it closes below the gap, I'm going to get out just to be safe. We'll see. I don't know how this is going to move. This is kind of indecisive here. Closed at the gap. Wait, that gap is... Is there news today? Is there news at 9:45? Crap. Is there? I think there is. I remember seeing, oh crap, big news at 9:45. And then 10 a.m. we got news too. Crap, today's a loaded news day. Wow. I gotta have a stop in just in case news ends up waking me out. Let's see what happens. I'll have a hard stop in at the lows. Hopefully it doesn't do what it did last time. Freaking wicked me out. It's alright. We'll see what happens here. Maybe, or news kind of propels it. This is kind of a gamble. I got my stop in, so just in case news does wick me out. I completely forgot there's news again at 9:45. We'll see what happens. We got a lot of, I mean, I think this wants to move up. Personally, I think it wants to move up because we got like a triple top equal high up there. So, a lot of room to the upside, meaning, but then again, price has been so weird lately. Price has been so weird lately that, I don't know, man. Can't count on this doing anything. I may get out. If this closes below the gap before the news, I'll probably get out for a very small loss and just re-enter off of after news. So far, it's holding that gap. We're kind of, the only thing is we're probably going to chop sideways until news comes out. We're not, I mean, we're not going to get any, you know, most likely not going to get any big news, big move right before news. So it likes to just chop around. We'll see. Can we start ripping to the upside? Let's go. Rippity dippity. Rip. We gotta get above view up. Once we get above view up, we're kind of in a safe territory. Safer territory. Unk, there's news. I know. I have my stop in just in case. Like I said, if it ends up closing below the gap, I'll end up getting out for a very small loss before news. But if it holds this gap, I think it wants to go up. That's the thing. So news could propel this up if less than 1 minute till news. So I'm in this regardless. So let's see what happens. I think news could propel this up. I really do think it wants to keep going up. But 9:45 news in like 30 seconds. I just hope it doesn't do that wiki crap where it did last time, where it took me out and then moved right back up. I'm in very small size, so I don't really care about taking the loss if I do. Five seconds till news. News. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh crap. It's getting volatile. It's getting volatile. Of course it goes down. Of course. Of course. Why not? Why not? Bruh, this news. Why not? Bruh. Ugh. Same freaking shit as last time. Watch, it's gonna shoot right back up. How much money do you put in so it moved like that? I was risking $300 or $200 on this trade. Bruh. This price action lately, I've been freaking hating this price action lately. We took out pre-market lows, but the market, this is the third day in a row, it's gonna fucking stupid tank right to the downside. So dumb. $2K. On what? No, I'm not in a trade right now. Bruh. We rejected view op perfectly. We rejected view op to the T. It's very volatile today. And we got 10 a.m. news again. Awesome. Like, it's taking out my levels, but it's not giving me any entries. 6.3, 6.5 long. Oh, you're probably talking about NASDAQ, yeah? Look at that. Just took out my level and then moved right back up, but freaking it's so volatile, it's not giving any gaps. It's just... Do I need to just enter log off these levels? It's like taking out these levels and moving to the upside perfectly. Should I try to take another stab at this? If it closes above the gap? Is that smart or is that stupid? It's kind of stupid taking a long before, let me see. These are evaluation accounts, so I'm kind of being stupid with them. I may go degen today. Degen mode. I don't like long now. We have a gap there. I mean, I personally do think it wants to go up. I just don't know when. I may go degen mode today on these accounts, so please don't follow me. Degen. I don't know. It's still hard to say. Hard to say. You got a gap there. Big gap. Big gap. Big gap. Big gap. Big gap. Do not copy me. This is I'm going degen. I'm going degen today. I'm going degen. 10 seconds. See what happens here. Either this is the dumbest trade of all time, or inverse that gap. Let's see if we can start pushing through here. Dun 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 dun. I'm going degen today. Going above the 200 SMI to prove long. The EMA here. Yeah, it's got view up there. It's got a pivot. If it gets through this 200, gets through that pivot and the view up, it's gonna look really good for a... Bruh. I need to just take shorts off of view up. Bro, this view up is... Sometimes I feel like news don't even change things. They just make everything move faster. I guess that's what some people say. If you have the right bias, then news just kind of propels it to where... news kind of propels it to where it was gonna go anyways. But then you have those instances where... I feel like news makes it, you know, like that one trade I had earlier this week where I got caught in news. I got stopped out at the lows. It already swept that low, came down, swept it again, and then moved up. Then you think like, if news wasn't there, would it have done that or it just moved up? I don't know. I almost feel like it wouldn't have done that if news, but some people say, yeah, news just propels it to where it was gonna go anyways. A good bias to have is anytime we're below view op. Anytime we're below view op, we're bearish, and there's no reason to long below view op. You can see how much it's rejecting view op, so it's kind of stupid going long below it. But I'm going degen today. I'm gonna go ham today. I feel like blowing some accounts today. These are not my funded, these are evaluations. So. Overall, we're on a downtrend too. If you look on the 15-minute time frame, we're on a downtrend. Holy sell-off. They ripped it lower. No chill. I may need to get out of this. Bruh. 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 What time is it? Oh, wow. Another news. So much chop. There's insane amounts of chop. Too much chop. Waiting for 10 a.m. news. Yeah, this is not smart. I told you I'm going degen today. I'm going degen. These are evaluations. These are not funded accounts. I would not be doing this on a funded account, FYI. I'm actually patient for my funded. It's a lot of chop. It could be. I do think it wants to go up. Personally, I do think it. We got triple highs up there, triple equal highs up there. A lot of liquidity sitting up there. Just have to get through it. A big wick on the 15-minute too. We have to go. Let's go. Move it. Maybe I have to yell at it to start going. There's the SMT is going down. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So you're trying to get above the blue box, yeah? I mean, yeah, ideally. Ideally, yeah. Price does kind of look now like it. Every little buy up it. I was banking too much on those highs up there. Bruh. 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 I've been catching the perfect, if I just did the opposite. Oh, bro. I'm going degen. These are fun accounts. I'm having fun today. No, no, not this one. I'm sized very lightly because I'm just kind of gambling this. This is not my strategy, just FYI. I don't know, I feel like today I'm just kind of like just want to have some fun with this. 10 a.m. almost. 2 minutes till news. And then full pour short and see if you could. If I full pour short, this is gonna rip to the upside. 100%. I don't know what's happening in the market lately. The market lately has just been in the shitter. Oh crap. God. This close to my stop and news in news in 15 seconds. I may get stopped out before news. And news is gonna rip it back up. Watch. Yo. Yo. Oh my gosh. This market. Trump is tanking the market. Trump is destroying the market. Orange man. Buy now. Dude, this is literally... Should I do it? Alright, degen mode. Degen! Alright, we're scalping the crap out of this. Alright. Let's take TP up here. What's a good TP? I need to recover some of my losses, so... Let's do TP. TP. Let's do TP at that 239 level. Oh, there's a gap right there. Wow. Didn't even notice that. Alright, we're looking pretty decent. We're looking pretty decent. Like I said, we're going degen today. Look how close it gets to my TP. Why doesn't it ever do that with my stop? Why? Yeah, today it's been what's it called? It's been freaking just taking out a low and ripping to the upside. These like levels I have set. Look at the first level I have set. It took that level out, ripped to the upside. Look at the second level. Took that level out, ripped to the upside. Like, typically, I look for inverse fair value gaps from these levels, but the way price has been moving, freaking not giving me anything. No short. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll wait. If it gets above VWAP and the pivot starts displacing, I'll probably take a long off this if it gets up there. I'm gonna stay out of it for now. To take retail out. Yeah, I mean, it's taking out lows, but it's doing what I want it to do, but not, like, for my actual strategy. It's doing what I want it to do, but it's not giving me any setups. Meaning, gaps. Because it's moving so volatile. News already came out at 10 a.m. It's already... News is done with. It's NQ Futures. I don't really care about these accounts. These are evaluation accounts. You know what? I want to try a break and retest. I want to get more evaluation accounts. I want to try a break and retest strategy. So, like, I'm going to try it here. So, like, if we can break above this 23,290 level, and we can break above it pretty, like, hard, we can close above it, displace above it, drop back down to retest it to go back up. I wish I could just throw away eval. It's $33. It's not like, you know, it's not like I'm spending insane. The reason I'm going kind of ham is because it's the end of the month. So, I had, you know, I don't really care about these accounts. I really want to get, it's 33 bucks, so it's like, for 4 accounts, I spend like $100 bucks. Yeah, so it's like, you know, 120 per account. It ain't bad. Do they pay off? How does it work? Yeah, so that code you see for Apex is 80% off. So you pretty much buy an evaluation account, and if you can pass the evaluation account, they put you in a funded account. And when you get put in a funded account, you reach a certain profit target, and you can actually start taking payouts, like actual money payouts. So there's some rules to follow, but you know, it's pretty fun. Once you buy the account for 30 bucks, is that what you'd be paying monthly for forever? No. So once, for evaluation, once you stay in evaluation, don't ever let your evaluations, like by the end of the month, if your evaluations, like if you didn't pass them, what I usually do is I cancel those accounts and I buy new accounts. Because a reset is $85. So why pay 85 bucks for a reset when you could just cancel the accounts or blow the accounts and end up just buying another $33 account? But the $33, yes, it does, like, at the end of the month, if you don't pass it, it does renew $33. So you do get charged another $33 if you still have those accounts a month later. And then once you pass the accounts, like reach a profit target, like to activate the account, it's like $140 to actually get put in like a funded account where you can actually make real money. So, I mean, you're not spending, you know, crazy amount of money. But you can really go down a dark road if you go degen every single day, you know, and you like start blowing accounts left and right and resetting accounts every other day. $33 can add up pretty quickly if you're blowing accounts often. So if you make it last the whole month, if you're, you know, you're not sizing in heavy or any of that. 18. Get Evo and I'll pass no problem because I have almost 2 years of market experience. Yeah, I mean, you can, oh my gosh. People love calling me at the worst times, bruh. Bruh. See if we can start displacing above this. After PP is passed, we're gonna look good for longs. After we start displacing up this, what I'm kind of waiting for, I'm trying to do something different on these accounts. This isn't my strategy. I want to try something else with a little bit different of a strategy. I'm trying to test like a break and retest. So I'm trying to see if like a major level, so like if this level gets broken, starts displacing above, for price to come back down and test this as a support level, and for me to have a pretty tight stop and see how that, you know, see how that goes. I'm just trying something different. This is not my strategy. I'm kind of going, I said in the beginning, I'm going degen on these accounts today. I have 10 funded accounts. I wait patiently. I'm gonna wait patient for those accounts. I'm very like picky with those accounts because they're funded accounts. So you know, and if I want to go try something else, I just buy more evaluations to pass the time while I wait for other trades to set up. So far, I haven't seen like a setup that I look for. It's not been happening these past couple days, so it is what it is. Are we shooting up? So far, we're below view op. We're starting to, we got to get through this pivot point. We got view op right under that pivot point, so we got to kind of get through that pivot point, get through view op, start displacing up, you know, to potentially confirm that we want to go higher. Right now, it's just, you know, it hasn't broken the highs. It's got to not take out the highs and move lower. It's got to start, you know, closing above and displacing above and showing signs of that it wants to continue going up. At a weekly and monthly, I never really like adjusted my pivot points. I don't know if it's I don't want to mess with it and then like my pivot points get screwed up. Like what they sit right now at default, they hold pretty well. Like they're pretty decent levels. I don't want to start messing with it and then it starts taking everything, messing everything up. Right, because the reason indicators work is because everyone uses. So like view op, why does view op work so well? It's because like every single trader uses view op. It's literally the most popular indicator out there. So if everyone uses it, obviously the indicator is going to work to some extent. Echo? There's no echo. What you talking about? Oh, there's no echo. Tried using SMT? No, I haven't. I don't know if I should look into it. I know what it is. I just don't have, to be honest with you. I mean, I could. Because I have NQ pulled up on my other chart. I guess I could pull up ES. I could pull up ES. Maybe it's... I know a lot of people use SMT. But I never... Like, I know what it is, but I never, like, really tried to use it. Maybe I should. It's just not one of the confluences I use. Same thing with charting. If everyone charts out the same zones, that's where buyers and sellers... Yeah. Yeah, that's why, I mean, that's why a lot of lows, that's why I think price likes to take out lows and highs, because let's face it, everyone's stop is at the low, right? Like for me, right, when I got into this trade right here, what did I do? I set my stop at the low. Exactly, everyone getting into a trade right here is setting their stops at the lows. Or you have any major levels, I mean, the bigger the level, I feel like the more stops a lot of times you have. So... You know, when you have these like massive, imagine how much stops are up here, right? Look at this 15-minute chart. You got an equal high right there. Then you got another equal high right there. Then you got another equal high right there. Can you imagine how much orders are sitting above these levels, right? So now price wants to come up. I said this in the morning. I think price wants to go up. Look at all those equal highs. Price, I think, wants to come up and go for those equal highs, personally. So obviously there's a lot of orders sitting up there. And if you've ever kind of looked at Bookmap, I used to have Bookmap. I used to pay for it. I don't have it anymore. But a lot of times what you'll see is, right, price tends to move toward liquidity. Like if you see on a Bookmap or a level 2, a lot of orders sitting in one area, price tends to like to go try to fill those orders. All right, so we're starting to kind of displace. Maybe if we can get a good displacement, I'll maybe think about going long. I just don't know how to take my entries on this setup. Like, have my stop. I gotta back test it, this strategy. SMTs are very helpful. Yeah, I know. I should probably look into it. A lot of people... Maybe I will. Who knows? I gotta back test it. Maybe it's a confluence that if I use that confluence, maybe it'll, you know, increase my win rate. I'm open to new things. I am. I mean, there's something out there that you can do to your strategy to increase your win rate or, you know, decrease your losing rate. So, I'm open to it. I'm open. Especially when markets change. There are times, I think, when you have to shift your strategy a little bit. Like, there are times where the market just doesn't give you what you want to see for your strategy, and you kind of have to shift it based on how the market's moving. Like, maybe make minor adjustments. And you tried using order blocks, you just entered off one. Yeah, like something like, I guess it's similar to something like this, right? So like, we kind of got this right here. So if this price starts displacing above, for it to come down and kind of tap into this kind of order block / support level. I don't know if you would call that an order block. I just look at them as support levels. So this is a resistance, so old resistance. If it breaks through, it's got to hold as support to go back, continue going up. If it does, you know. Multiple calculated strategies, improving your probability is the way to go. Yeah. Yeah, the thing about the market, you have to be able to make adjustments. That's why, like, you know, like coding a strategy or something, like, you can code a strategy. It may work for a couple months, and then the market starts to shift, something starts to happen, and then your strategy all of a sudden stops working, right? That's possible. It's very possible. And you have to kind of adjust it in a way to make it work. You got to realize what's going on in the market and adjust your strategy to be able to make it work for you based on those market conditions. Or adjust where you get into trades, you get out of trades. That's why trading is so hard. It's like, you know, you got to be able to adjust with the market. People out here, like traders out here thinking like they start trading, they're like profitable for a couple months and they're like, oh, I cracked the code, I'm freaking profitable, I know what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, month 3, right, they can't do it anymore. All right, we're still sweeping it. We're not displacing it at all. So I need a displacement. We're above. We're trending above UOP at this point. But it's called alpha decay. Is that what it's called? Yeah, but that I feel like that's the hard part about trading is in being able to see your strategy and understand that it may not work for you today, you know, or if you jump on and you take a loss and you're like, crap, this may not work, like, and staying hands off, you know, understanding that maybe market conditions aren't aligned, you know, your strategy isn't going to work for today's market conditions. So either you have another strategy that you use for those market conditions or you don't trade at all. And that's why you see, right? That's why you see when you look at trading content, that's why one day you see somebody go, oh, today's price action was amazing. If you didn't catch a trade, you're an idiot. And then you have another person on the same day go, if you traded today, you're an idiot. There was no setups today. Like if somebody ever says that, you know that they're just like capping. Bro, like, and people have different strategies. One day, a strategy could be amazing for a certain type of, price action could be amazing one day for some strategies and not for, another. All right, we're starting to displace. Let's see if we can maybe get a gap eventually to try to enter off of that. I'm gonna try to have a tight stop. This is I'm currently on the 1 minute. Starting to displace up. I'm gonna try to have very tight stops with this. I wanna have tight stops because I can always re-enter, right? I don't want to get caught in something that, see how this closes. So far it's displacing, right? We're starting to get a pretty heavy close above. We got levels. I think, man, I really do think it wants to go for that high. I just don't know when it's gonna happen. Like here, should I enter? Should I wait for this liquidity to get swept and then re-enter? But I don't know if it's gonna get swept. Maybe take like, I don't know. I'm gonna try this, but don't. I'm gonna try something. Oh, come on, don't leave me. Man. I should maybe wait for a gap to form or like a liquidity to get swept. Let me see. Like, it's kind of trying to bounce off this order. That's something I kind of struggle with, knowing when price wants to do what it does. I can see where, yeah, like even the strategy that I use, not this one, but like other strategy I use, like there are certain days where it works so well, and being able to realize those days when it's gonna work well, it's very hard. But there are certain red flags that I've noticed with my strategy that it just price doesn't. Oh, I filled that gap. Certain things with my strategy that just, when price does certain things and moves a certain way, I kind of figure like, crap, my strategy may not work today. Like when it fails to take out highs and lows, when it gets super close to taking out a high and just dumps, then I'm like, crap. I don't like that. I almost want this like to get taken out. I want price to come back down and kind of take out a low down here for me to enter off of. I love to enter off of like highs and lows getting taken out, because then you're like, you got a very tight stop and you got a very good risk to reward on your trade. So if like price comes down and takes out these like 1 minute lows, bounces off VWAP, taps in this area to continue moving up. But it doesn't always happen. That's the problem. It's like sometimes it'll give you it and sometimes it'll just rip without you. Waiting for a gap. We had a very tiny gap here that was like, it's barely anything of a gap, but it respected it. There's a extremely, wait, where is it? There's an extremely tiny gap here. Right there. It pretty much bounced off that gap. Maybe I should have entered right there. I don't know. Should I? I'll try this, but I'll have my stop very tight. If price closes below that We gotta, we gotta, let me see. There's a 23,333 liquidity. Let's see what happens. And then the all-time, we got 23,370. 23,370 level. Like up here is all-time highs. I guess I'll have my TP at all-time highs. I'm gonna keep my stop very tight. If it closes below the gap or somewhere down here, I kind of want to think about getting out. See what happens. I don't know. I don't know. I guess that should have been my entry. That gap right there, I should have entered off that gap. Right? Break, retest. There's that gap to enter off of. That would have been the perfect entry off that gap. Bro, I cannot read the comments with price. Getting long, it's taking out a high, like you said. That's what it likes to do. Yeah, I think we got so much highs up there. I think it wants to go for those highs. I just don't know if it's going to take out some liquidity before it goes there. It's like, just because you know where price wants to go, the problem is getting in. Like, where do you get in, you know? Like, obviously, this was, looking hindsight, this was the perfect entry. This gap right here. Break of this level, come back, form that gap, retest it into that gap perfectly, and look at your risk to reward. Like, if you have a stop kind of below this low here, or even a stop as soon as it closes below this gap, I don't know, you have like a very tight stop, because you can always, like, it's pretty cool if you have a tight stop that makes sense, right? You don't just put a tight stop just to put a tight stop, but if you end up having a tight stop that makes sense, right, your risk to reward ends up being so good, because, you know, it's like you get out for a small loss, and then when the trade works, it really goes in your favor and starts, you know. We're coming up to a major level here, so there's going to be some rejection here. Seems pretty good rejection. Freaking A. Three micros? Are you long? 23,205? Wait. 23. Oh, you're, holy crap, you got it long all the way down there? I got long down here too, but I ended up taking profits early. I guess I should have held for those highs. Easy said in hindsight, though. Rip it! Rip it! Rip it! Come on! Rip it! Let's go! Move it! That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Come on, go for those highs. You know you freaking want them. Those juicy highs. So much liquidity, so much juice up there. It wants it. It wants it so freaking badly. Give me some more of it. All right, we got a major level coming up here, so I'm hoping it doesn't reject super hard off that major level. All right, we're about to sweep that major level. That major level is at 23,333. 23,333. So right there where my cursor is that major level. Hopefully it pushes through it and doesn't reject off of it. Bastard better not reject off of it. 23,468. Oh, you got your your TP's way up there. I'm just looking for pre-market highs. I'm not looking for more than that. I just look at pre-market highs. Look at all those levels sitting there. We got so much pre-market highs paired with, we got a high from yesterday, and pre-market's been making triple top. It's a triple top up there. Triple top. A triple freaking top. Yeah, there's 3 equal highs. How often do you see 3 equal highs? Where are you? What do you mean? Like state-wise, or? Definitely wants to take those, but that's where my TP is right now. Yeah, my TP is at those highs. I want those highs to get taken. All right, it took out one major level. If it can really, hopefully it doesn't have any kind of hard sell-off through this level. All right, we're pushing. We're freaking pushing. Bro, that, looking hindsight, that 1 minute would have been the perfect freaking entry. I'm going to try to backtest this strategy a little bit for these next couple days. If something on my other accounts sets up, my other strategy sets up, I'll take it on my other accounts. But these evaluations, I really want to backtest this, see how it works. I'm always open to, you know, new strategies and your TP. Oh, one. Oh, you can't see it? Hold on. Oh, you can't see the numbers. My TP's at 23,370. 23,370, which is pretty much the all-time, the pre-market highs. Oh gosh, you better not be rejecting off this level. Maybe with this strategy, maybe I need to have like TBM, like Trades by Matt does. He has like, he goes in heavy, but he goes in heavy and has like a 10-point TP. So I'd have to backtest the strategy to see. Holy crap, rejection. This is exactly what I was worried about. This rejection right here. I knew there was a level, major level there, and we could have a big rejection. I think you're good. I hope so. I mean, if we get below that gap, I don't know. I may have to start thinking about maybe getting out of the trade, but I hope it doesn't close below that gap. I mean, we got a lot of support down there. That's the thing. We got so much support down here. We got view op. We got the pivot point. We got view op and the 200 all curling to the upside. It's like, I mean, it could take out this low right here to move back up. Or it could dump all the way back down. Bruh. I guess my TP should have been that first high. Freaking bastards. I think we got this. We got this. I'd be short. Well, right now we're not bearish at all. Meaning like we're above VWAP, we're above the pivot point. As long as we stay above this area, we're pretty bullish in my eyes. Once we get below VWAP in the 200, it starts looking ugly for the bro. Bro, we're good. I think we're good. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do this to me. I'm trying to backtest the strategy here. And this freaking NASDAQ is screwing it up. I'm gonna maybe tonight. I'm gonna try to backtest this tonight. And see what's the best thing to do. Is it gonna be better to go in maybe a little bit heavier but take a quicker TP, right? Instead of holding for those highs maybe. Or, I mean, the best thing in this trade right now, the best thing that would have been done was those highs up there. And I said it could reject off those highs. I hope it doesn't reject, and it did exactly what I didn't want it to do. So the safest TP would have been these highs up here. But I don't want, I mean, what am I going to take, a freaking 20-point TP? So I'll have to back to see what's best. Why are you longing? Well, we had a pretty good. We're above view op. We're above the 200. We're above the pivot point. We're not really in a short territory. Like, could this go down? Yeah, it could. But as it sits right now, we're pretty bullish right now, where price sits. So. Holy dumperooski. Problem is do I cut? We got a lot of support here. A lot of support here. Big bounce probably here. Watch for the big bounce. Watch for the big bounce. Watch for the big bounce! Let's go! You freaking idiot, NASDAQ. I'm gonna get banned for bullying. I'm gonna get banned for bullying the NASDAQ. Possible 5-minute retrace and maybe rejection from that. Maybe. Where's your stop? I'd have to get out once it starts breaking view op and the 200. Like, once it starts breaking all this area here, that's gonna start looking ugly for longs. So I don't have a hard stop in right now, but you know, I'll have to get out once price starts breaking all this, because there's a lot of support here. So I don't want to get out right now and then price ends up ripping to the upside. We're still, as price sits right now, we're still pretty bullish. Definitely not pushing up. Well, 90% of traders lose money, so if everyone's saying we're not pushing up, then I'm pretty confident. Powell speaks tomorrow. Low volume day. Think it's because of Powell? I don't know. Wait. It's nothing important, though. Just because Powell's speaking, it's not like an FOMC or something major. Is he just speaking at some random... Let me see. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday? Bruh. What is this? It's the NASDAQ. Powell creates fear. Another fear ingredient. No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, it's... From what I've seen, those, like... When Powell usually speaks at, like, these, like, events or whatever, it's not usually... Because he's not talking about the economy, right? So people don't expect him to say anything out of the ordinary, right? Typically at these small events that Powell speaks at, Like, he's not going to say something that we don't already know. He's not going to make a big announcement at... Crap. He's not going to make a big announcement at these events, you know, so... People don't expect anything. But, like, FOMC, right? People are expecting a big announcement, so that's why it's so crazy. Alright. Yeah, freaking NASDAQ. Bro, the bulls lately have not had it in them. Actually, this would have been my strategy to go short. Bruh, this is wild. Bro, you know what's funny? This would have been my... I didn't realize, but that... I was in a trade, so I didn't take this trade, but... This kind of would have been my other strategy that I look for. Holy crap. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. Lost my account. I'm probably gonna, I'm just gonna whatever. This is actually my strategy that I look for, but this right here, takeout of a major level. So I have it marked out on my other chart, but this high right here, this high right here, this is a strategy I look for. All right, no more trade. Cooked. These aren't my funded accounts, okay? These are $33 evaluation accounts. I'm out. I'm out. This is my strategy that I look for. But, like I said, I was in that trade. I look for a takeout of a major level and then a gap to get inverse. Exactly freaking what happened here. This major level. You know what I gotta wait for? I gotta wait for the V-shape reversal. That's what I gotta wait for these strategies. That, you know, take out of that level. Look at that V-shape reversal off that level, inversing this 1 minute, and then take it to a low. Oh. I was so focused on my doing back testing on the other strategy and didn't realize I was getting a setup. It's all your guys' fault. It's all your fault. Oh man. What an amazing setup, honestly. Whoever caught that short, good job. I ain't gonna lie. We saved you at the bottom. If you had listened and removed the stop, you'd be up big. Yeah, well, that's in hindsight. If I would have, I was looking for. Bruh, is it? Am I good? Hold on. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with my phone? Bruh. Gotta be freaking kidding me. All right. We're back. I don't know. My phone froze for a second. I was looking for a reversal off this off this level, but bro, I hate when it does that. When it takes it out multiple times. These pre-market. Where is it? 9 o'clock. 9:45. Yeah, this pre-market level right there. Oh, don't hold this. I said once it gets below VWAP, it's looking ugly for the bulls. As long as we're above VWAP, it looks good. But once we get below, I don't know. Like, it could take out this low and move up, but I don't know. Oh no. What was I gotta say? I was looking for this level to get taken out, but as you can see, realistically, right? I look for a level to get taken out and a gap to get inversed. None of these kind of setups, like, it took out this level multiple times, but problem is that it never gave me a good setup for it to go long. Like, did give this like 1 minute gap, but obviously, like, in hindsight, like, you don't take a long at the highs. So there was a gap that formed here, right, as a good, pretty decent risk to reward, meaning, right, took out this low, gap gets inversed right there, V-shape reversal out of it, gap gets inversed to push up to these highs. And then same thing kind of happened here. It took out this high, right? It took out this high, it inversed this gap, V-shape reversal out of it to go for those lows. This is Ninja Trader, sorry. But good thing Apex accounts are 80% off, so I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna split up. I don't know how I should do it. Should I split up? Use 2 accounts for one strategy and then use 2 accounts for another, or should I just do this strategy? No, I'm not in a trade. I was so freaking What's up? What's up, y'all? All right. We're rejecting. We get a lot of chop by VWAP, so be careful at VWAP. A lot of chop happens. Choppity chop. The perfect, looking hindsight now, the perfect trades would have been, right? This low gets taken out, displaces above with a good gap setup for pretty much these highs, right? This is what I typically say. I like to take trades where it has no, like, right? It has no resistance. Getting to that target, there's no really, you could see, like, if you get in, when it inverses this gap, takes out that low, it took out pre-market lows, major level, inverses this gap back up. There's nothing stopping it really from going to at least these highs here, right? You can see there's no gaps, there's nothing stopping it. So when that happens, you can see a lot of times price just explodes to the upside. And same thing here, like, once we get below this gap, look at here, we have a major level. Now this isn't, we have a major level. When it inverts this gap, we didn't have anything stopping it from getting to at least these lows here. So you pretty much, that's like a 1-to-1 ratio. Not gonna lie, NQ got me pissed today. Bro, that was me yesterday. NQ had me pissed yesterday. The past 2 days we had just a straight shot down with no sweeps of highs, just making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. And I can't trade that. Like, my strategy does not work during those days. Like, today is a pretty decent day for my strategy, but I didn't use it because I was back testing something else. Ugh. Does Apex have hidden rules? These accounts look too cheap to be true. No, they have rules. They're not hidden, though. That's the thing. They're not hidden. You can literally go to their rule page and read over their rules. So, I mean, they're not crazy. I wouldn't say they're crazy rules. They're not anything that's unrealistic, right? They're rules that you could follow. They're just good risk management rules. I mean, they are cheap accounts. I mean, that's why Apex is so popular. They probably got some of the cheapest accounts on the market for evaluations. But when you get funded, you have to pay an activation fee. It's like $140 per account, but for evaluations, you know, they're like 33 bucks right now. Like, once in a blue moon, they'll have a 90% off sale. That's how I got 10 funded accounts. When they had a 90% off sale, I bought 10 accounts and passed those accounts. Lost 300 this morning. I swear I thought I was going to do and then it turned around. Yeah, sometimes you got to know when to call it. If it's just not working for your strategy, it's better to call it and come back another day. You never know. Maybe tomorrow is going to be a really good day for the strategy you trade. Yeah, Apex is a shitty prop. Avoid this. How is it a shitty prop? Explain to me how Apex is a shitty prop. Give a reason. Join the live to ask, where did you get that brain art? Oh, that's actually a real picture of my brain. That's I got this made in Sweden. It's a real live image of my brain. No, I'm joking. I got this honestly, they're a popular company. If you Google you probably find it if you Google brain art glass. Like, this is glass. That's glass. You could probably find it. It's like a... Type in brain art. You probably find it online. See, a lot of people use Apex and Alpha. I just don't know between the two. Hey, whoever said Apex is a shitty prop still hasn't given a reason why it's a shitty prop. Here's the thing, right? Here's what I'll recommend, right? It depends what kind of strategy you use, right? Now, is there a live trailing drawdown with Apex? Yeah, there's a live trailing drawdown. You got to be able to adjust for the rules, right? It's like some prop firms, depending on your strategy, if you're somebody who likes to get into a trade and hold for like these crazy targets, then Apex may not be the prop for you because they have live trailing drawdown. If you're somebody like who likes to scalp, Apex is not a bad prop firm for scalping. You can have, no other prop firm allows you to have up to 20 accounts. So, and if you know how to trade and you're patient and disciplined, can you imagine how much money you can make with 20 accounts? Only bad thing I see about Apex is they want video of your trades. I mean, and even that, they had a period, I don't know if they still do that, but like, they did have a period where they wanted to see videos. I mean, it's like, what's hard about doing that? Just record your trades. I mean, it's not hard to do. They just don't want people, like, I guess, willy-nilly gambling and passing accounts and, you know, going heavy size and, you know, that they're just trying to protect themselves. I think that's why they're doing that. But I mean, it's not hard to do. Like, if you're actually trading a strategy and they ask for a video, you know, just screen record your trades and that's it, and you should be fine. I'm learning with you. Yeah, learn with me. I'm open. I'm not like these other traders who are like, think they know it all in trading. I don't have a course. I'm learning just like everyone else. I don't got no course. I don't got no Discord, no nothing. I don't want your money. I do have an affiliate link, but that's like, if you buy an account anyways, I would appreciate. What does PP stand for? It's a pivot point. So it's an indicator. I don't know how it calculates. I don't know how it calculates all this, but the pivot points. But it calculates these levels somehow, and these levels end up working pretty well. I use them as gauges just to understand where these levels are. I don't trade off of them though. The cool thing about trading, literally any strategy works. Yeah, I mean, there's so many strategies that do work, and you just have to pick what works for your psychology. End of day, you pay $33 plus $149 activation. It's very expensive at the end of the day. I mean, is it expensive though? I mean, there are prop firms that are more. It's just like it's a trade-off. Like, yeah, it's a good prop firm for those who are learning, right? Like for people who are gonna blow accounts regardless, you want to be able to buy the cheapest accounts, because let's face it, when you're learning, you are going to blow accounts. When you're in the learning phase, your goal is not to get a payout. Your goal is to lose as little money as possible. That's why probably even going with a sim account, just trading with a sim account, not buying any prop firms is the best route. But the thing prop firms do give you is that emotional, emotion with trading that you get with investing a little bit of money. But it's like, yes, Apex is very cheap for the evaluations, but you do have to pay for the activation fee. But if you know how to trade, the scalability of 20 accounts or even 10 accounts, like what other prop firm allows you to get you 20 accounts and copy trade 20 accounts? I don't know of any other prop firm that does that. So Alpha is 250 for 100K and eval, and then 140. Isn't that more? That's more money. How's that cheaper? That's more expensive. 250 for 100K eval, and then 149 for activation fee. That's way more expensive than Apex, even with their activation fee. It depends. Like, okay, even if something is more expensive, if you know how to trade and you genuinely, like, you are somebody who actually knows how to trade, the scalability of having 20 funded accounts versus what's the maximum with, like, I'm not trying to shit on Take Profit Trade. They're good prop firms. My point is, you have to pick a prop firm that works with your strategy, right? So, like, somebody that trades Apex with a certain strategy, it may work really good with Apex if you're a scalper. If you're somebody who takes longer term, trades, it's not a good prop firm for you. So this whole thing of like, and every prop firm has different rules. Some prop firm has live trailing drawdown. Some prop firms have end of day trailing drawdown. Some prop firms have this rule. Some prop firms have this rule. So it's, you just have to pick. Some prop firms have daily payouts when you get to a certain level, but you can't copy trade 20 accounts like you can with Apex. So there's trade-offs with every prop firm. It just depends on market's trash today. I mean, I don't think the market, I think the market was more trash yesterday. I think it's from, at least for me, right? Maybe for your strategy, it's trash today, but for my strategy, it wasn't bad. I just didn't trade it because I was doing something else. But I was trying another strategy. But looking in hindsight now, my strategy would have worked pretty good today. Target reached for the day. I'm out. Yeah, good. If you're up, I mean, it's not a bad time to call it. It's already 11 o'clock. Market's probably going to start to slow down from here. I still think it wants to go for those highs. Freaking took me out before. You can have 3 accounts on alpha. Yeah, so it's like, you know, it's 3 accounts versus able to have 20 accounts. Like, for somebody who's new and learning, in my opinion, cheapest prop firm is the best, because you're going to blow accounts, right? You're going to blow accounts, especially if you're learning. So wouldn't you want to lose the least amount of money when you're learning? I mean, the ideal thing would be to go to a sim account, but let's face it, most people want to have some sort of, like, you know, emotions invested into it. So when you invest even 33 bucks, it's still, you know, some sort of emotions in there in terms of capital. I got $20. Where should I start? You should probably trade a simulated account. Don't waste any money if you only got 20 bucks. Don't spend any money. I went to your live on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am live. I just go live on YouTube because just to go live. I don't have anybody really. But welcome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to grow my YouTube because TikTok's weird, right? TikTok, you never know with TikTok. Like, that's why I'm trying to grow. I have a YouTube too, just in case, because TikTok can ban you for no reason. So I love you, TikTok, if you're listening. But you know, it could do some things that don't make sense. So I'm just being prepared. Ugh. 1000% on Apex scaling accounts. Yeah, it's powerful. I mean, look at all the people, right? Oh crap. Right? Look at the people that got, you know, what is it? Jade Cap got a massive, I think it was on Apex. So all the top payouts where you Jade Cap, what did he take? Like a 1 million dollar payout. Trader Kane also took like over $1 million in payouts. They were both from Apex. So it's like, if you actually know how to trade and you look at the top payouts in prop firm history, they've been from Apex. And like all these traders that really do know how to trade, they go with Apex because the scalability of it. To be able to get 20 accounts, copy trade 20 accounts, and then get 40, 50, 60, 100, $1 million payout, whatever it is. But it's possible. And that's like, honestly, we live in a crazy time. The fact that you can get prop firms, the fact that you can get a prop firm, a valuation account, pass it, and then like Apex end up, it's possible to get over $1 million in one payout is wild. It's freaking wild. But like I said, you have to be a good trader. You have to learn, which takes time, takes, you know, takes a lot of discipline, takes the psychology. It's not easy. We're going back up for those. %40 TPT with daily withdrawals. And here's the thing with Apex too, right? Here's the other thing with Apex. Apex, you keep 100% of your first $25,000 per account. Your first $25,000 is 100% yours. There's no profit split. After $25,000, I think there's a 90% profit split. But you can imagine $25,000 times 20 accounts. What is that? $500,000 with no profit split? That's wild. Oh boy, whoever held through this drawdown. We're going for those, I think we're going for those highs. Yeah, freaking. Bruh, we're going for those highs. Maybe. We're back above VWAP, back above the pivot. You're still holding? Dang! Congratulations. Were you just at the point where you're like, if this goes, I'm just blowing these accounts if this goes against me. Like with evaluation accounts, you know, I can still like sometimes go, whatever, I'll just blow these accounts. You know, I don't really care. I'll just get more, I'll get other accounts. Like I'm willing to risk blowing the accounts too. It's not good, you know, it's not a good spot to be in. I wouldn't recommend that because you can go down a dark path of keep buying, you know, evaluation accounts. But if it's like at the end of the month, you know, what I usually do, if it's like, if I haven't passed my evaluations and they're going to get reset anyways, I usually just whatever. I don't care. Because I'm going to get new accounts anyways, so. I was already down 1,000 starting today, so I said I'm better. I'm betting it's going up. Oh, okay. Either hit TP or stop. Terrible long. No, yeah, I don't recommend that. It's not a good long-term strategy. So what I did before with my strategy, so here's what I did, right? I had gotten evaluation accounts, right? And when I had gotten, for example, my 10 funded accounts that I got, when I was getting funded with those accounts, right? Obviously, it's pretty expensive. It's 33 bucks, but to get, like, I have a lot of money invested, so I can't blow these, like, 10 evaluation accounts copy traded, because it ends up being a lot of money. So when I had these 10 accounts, I was copy trading them, and what I ended up doing is, in the beginning of the month, I was risking off, meaning, like, I wasn't heavily invested, right? Like, I wasn't able to blow my account in, like, a couple trades. I allowed for room for drawdown and this and that. And then as the month progressed, right, I was building my account very slowly. Building my account slowly. And as the month progressed, as it got closer to those accounts being renewed, I started to get more aggressive with my entries for certain, you know, for my strategy for certain entries. So by the end of the month, I was in profit and I started to get more aggressive. So I ended up passing the accounts at the end of the month. That's how I did it. But, you know, it's just like, yeah, it's better to be risk off, but it just depends on where you are in your trading, right? Are you somebody that's still learning, or are you somebody who already has a strategy and knows how to trade? And I mean, people, just because you know how to trade just doesn't mean you can't have fun with some accounts. Doesn't mean you can't buy some accounts and just, you know, have fun with them. Like, you don't expect to pass them. You just... Why not just buy 4 accounts, copy 2 accounts, but pass 2 and fail 2? Well, if you're copying 4 accounts... If you're copy trading 2 accounts, I mean, you could do that. Yeah, you just won't pass 4 accounts. You'll only pass 2. How much should I start with? So, there are 2 ways to really kind of start, right? Either you can go with like a prop firm, like Apex. And if you go with a prop firm, the one benefit with a prop firm when you're learning, like, you're going to blow accounts. Let's face it, when you're learning, you're going to blow accounts. So, like, but with the prop firm, with evaluation, with Apex, right now it's $33 per account. So if you blow a $33 account, you know, once a month, that's not a big deal. But if you do use a prop firm and you're learning, make sure you size down. Allow yourself to go through drawdown. Allow yourself to, you don't want to get into blowing your accounts every other day. Like, if you blow 1 account a month when you're learning, it's 33 bucks. It's not the end of the world. Either go with the prop firm route, the cheapest account you can get, or you can just get with a simulated account. You don't have to invest any money with a simulated account, right? You just trade with a brokerage but have a sim account. So those are kind of the 2 ways to go. The only issue with a sim account is you don't have the emotional aspect of trading because it's not real money. You have no money invested. So if you're somebody who can go through that and just backtest the strategy and you don't care about, you know, the emotional aspect of it. But ideally, the best thing to do is sim account, right, with a brokerage, no money invested, $0 invested, figure out a strategy, then go to a prop firm account, buy an evaluation to try to pass. But ideally, when you go into an evaluation, you want to have a strategy already in place. You don't want to just be gambling, right? I believe the trader who said he was holding, I believe it's better to get out with a small loss. For sure, yeah. It is better. That's why a lot of traders set... Like when they're up this much, for example, like, right, if they would have got in here and then they set their, at this point, right, they set their, to break even. So like, it's a break even trade. Either stops me out break even, or if you get out a small loss, it's also good. But getting into a position where you're just like, you know, if you don't care about the account, if you don't care about blowing the accounts, that's different. But it's not a good spot to be in where you're just like, ah, whatever, I don't. The goal is to, you know, have a strategy and pass accounts. So you like Apex better than Top Step? So I've never traded with Top Step, but the thing I don't like about Top Step is you have to use their platform, and I heard their platform is glitchy and stuff because it's a new platform. So I don't know if it's, you know, if it's still glitchy or not now, but it was glitchy, and I don't. But I think there are a bit better prop firms than Apex. But than Top Step. Just because of their prop firm, they're having to use their platform. That's the one downside that I don't like about them. How's Apex percentages? Apex, the first $25,000 you keep. It's 100% yours. And then after 25,000, it's a 90% profit split. So 90% goes to you. Oh, freaking A. I read your comment. Oops. Ugh! Is there a max profit size on the evals or after the... There's a max, yeah, so there's two rules. There's a max contract size, like the maximum amount of contracts you're able to use. It's a lot, like it's a lot. You should not be using max contract size. There's max contract size on the evals, and then there's max profit. So obviously on the evals, it's a 1 day to pass. So technically you could pass those accounts in 1 day. But when you get to a funded account, they have a 30%. There's obviously a max contract size on the funded, and then there's a max like a 30%. What do you call it? No single day's profit should be 30% of your whole, more than 30% of your total profits, right? So the reason they have that is because they don't want you to have like $100 day profit day, $100 profit day, and $100 profit day, and then by the end you're just like, oh, you just kind of gamble a trade, and then you end up making $2,000 on one trade when you had $100 profit days for the last 8 days, and then all of a sudden you took one trade and made $2,000. You can't do that. You have to, that one trade can't be more than 30% of your total profits, which it's not a hard rule to follow. It's just being, you know, yeah, 30, that's what it's called, 30% consistency rule. It's not a hard rule to follow. It's just good risk management. Bro, this is not looking good for the Bulls. How much is a 25K account? Oh, it's ridiculously cheap. I'll look it up for you right now. It's gonna be... I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Alright. Alright, Apex. 80% off. There's 6 days left, but they usually renew it. So, where's the 25K account? Let me see. All right, 25K account. But the problem with the 25K account, I mean, there's a 1500 trailing threshold and a 1500 profit. So not bad actually, but most people get the $50,000. 25K is 147, so Wait, what? How does it make sense? It's not that much cheaper. That's why people get the 50K. It's much better. I didn't realize it's that. I just always got the 50K because it seems like the best. Yeah, it's not worth getting the 25K. It's 147 minus 80%. So it's $29 for the 25K, and you only get $1,500 of drawdown. And then for a little bit more, right? For a couple dollars more, you end up getting, you know, $2,500 of drawdown instead of $1,500. So you get way more drawdown for like what? Like $4 more. So it's just, it's not worth it for the 25K. That's why nobody gets it. $50K is like, no, it's like $33 right now. It's 160. The $50,000 one. This freaking scroll bar, it keeps moving. All right. Golly, hurry up. All right. It's 167 for the $50,000. It's 167 minus 80% off. It's $33 for the $50,000 account for the evaluation. 33 bucks. I mean, yeah, it's like $29 for the 25K and it's $33 for the 50K. So it doesn't make sense to get the 25K. You get way less drawdown for barely any like saving. That's why nobody gets it. I don't even know why they have that on there. I'm on my account, just had to buy 2 more. No Top Step. Nah, I personally don't. I don't trade with Top Step. They make you use their platform, and I don't want to use their platform. I don't like when a prop firm makes you use their platform. I don't like that. Still holding them. But that'd be crazy. At that point, it's just like if I blow, I'm blowing my account. Yeah, that was a trade. It just did not, dude. I could have swore it wanted to go for those highs. We had like a triple top up there. That's why I was so confident in it. I was like, nah. But the thing about it is it's gonna go for those highs. But the question is, when is it gonna go for those highs? It could go for those highs in an hour after taking out the lows again. So that's why I tend to just be more of a scalper. I'm not good at trading like longer term. Like I tried that with this trade. Now looking back, I should have just traded my other strategy. I would have had a good day today if I traded my other strategy. Oh, there's a hammer on the 1 day. Yeah, it's tough. Sometimes everything aligns. That's just part of trading. Sometimes everything seems like it aligns perfectly and it just does not work. And that's where risk management comes in. You can have an A++ setup and it still doesn't work. You know, you just don't know. It could be that one time where it rarely doesn't work, or trading 100, cancel my 300 PA account because I couldn't get it out of the red. Yeah. Most people can't do good on the 300K. Like those bigger accounts, you have to get more profit. Most people can't do good on it. That's why I would say like 90% of people get the $50,000. Like the profit target is not too crazy. The drawdown you get for the amount of profit you have to hit is pretty good, you know. $3,000 profit target versus $2,400 drawdown, which is pretty good. W or L today. I wasn't trading my strategy today. I was trying to backtest. I was backtesting another strategy, the break and retest strategy. But looking back, my strategy would have worked very well today. This level right here, this major 15-minute level got taken out. This 1 minute gap got inversed. Then kind of target those these lows down here. So that would have been a good trade. Then we had pre-market lows down here. This was a little bit more trickier, right? So we had this major pre-market lows, obviously a major level. After the open, it did sweep these lows, but the problem is we never got a good... there's a gap right here, but obviously you're not going to buy at the very top. Then it swept it again. There's another big gap. There's another big gap, but obviously, again, you're not going to buy at the very top just because it inversed that gap. And then once it took it out again and closed, here's another gap that gives you a really good entry. So just to target those highs, clear shot for those highs. But obviously, this is now looking back in hindsight. What I should have done was just trade my other strategy. And think about it. If you're somebody who has a strategy where you're confident in your strategy, these Apex accounts, you can pass them in one day because you're confident in your strategy. You know what you're doing. You're patient. And when you're patient, you pass them in one day, get to the funded, and boom, you're there. But that's if once you know how to, you know. I passed the challenge, but I just could not get out of the red in the PA account. Oh, the PA accounts. You're talking about you're in drawdown on the PA accounts. It's hard to be, that's a hard part of trading, is learning how to be in drawdown, learning how to, yeah, it's hard. That's the accounts you get once you pass the challenge. P is your funded. Yeah, PA is your funded account. Yeah, when you have a PA account, it's a funded account. That's the account that you can actually start getting payouts from. You know, you follow the rules, you hit a certain profit target, and then you're able to start requesting payouts. How did you learn how to trade, and how long does it take? It's different for everybody. Some people, most people, it takes years to learn how to trade. And that's years of, like, studying this, and that's years of, you know, watching the markets every single day, building your psychology. I would say, honestly, the hardest part of trading is not the strategy, in essence, finding a good strategy. It's the psychology of it. It's being able to go through drawdown. That's the hardest part about trading, is you're going to have days where your strategy just does not work. So either you figure out those days earlier on that my strategy may not work today and not trade, or you have to be very careful, because if you have a day where your strategy just doesn't work and you fail to accept the loss, you start revenge trading, it spirals out of control and you blow your account. Like, you have to be very disciplined and understand you're going to take losses. Sometimes it's better to take an L and walk away if your strategy doesn't work that day, because you're going to get a day like today, right? Where your strategy, like for me, example, for my strategy, right? The past 2 days has been complete garbage. Like, for my strategy, just did not work for the past 2 days. Why? Because we got straight trend down days. And so, like, a day like today, right? Now, a day like today, the strategy ends up working. So it's like, you just have to, and that's with every strategy. You know, the strategy is not going to work every single day. Oh, how did I learn? Honestly, I just became super obsessed with it, and I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos. And what I recommend, don't buy anyone's, I would recommend not to buy anyone's course. Don't pay for a Discord. And I'm probably the only, you know, person on TikTok live right now that would ever say that. Don't buy a Discord. Don't go join a Discord that you have to pay for. Don't buy a course. Like, be very careful. There's a lot of traders, right, that have Discords, they have courses, right? They're not necessarily profitable. They don't need to be profitable. They just need to convince people that they know how to trade so people would buy their course. And here's the other thing with courses and all that. There is so much content on YouTube. Every single person, right? Every single person that is selling a course has that same information that he has in his course, typically free on their YouTube channel. The only difference between a course is a course, all the information is laid out to you kind of perfectly, their information, versus you getting it for free. You have to kind of dig through the YouTube to be able to find But typically they all talk about it for free. So there's no reason to spend money. It's just, I don't know, I think it's stupid. Like, I personally, I don't think I'll ever have a course. Now, I'm not shitting on courses and saying all courses are bad. There are good courses out there. Like, there are people who genuinely, like, you know, have a course and they genuinely want to help people. They don't really care too much about the money, but they know how to trade and they really want to help you, and they have a good strategy where you can. But typically I would stay away from that, man. I would. TJR is a good, yeah, he has a bunch of free content on YouTube. He has a bunch of good information. There's other traders out there that have good information on YouTube about their strategy. You just have to kind of go through a bunch of people's YouTube and figure out what strategy you like the best. Because a strategy that works for this trader may not work for you. And that's the hard part. Is finding out what's going to work for you, how you see the market, and how, you know, you're able to just stick to that strategy. You like it. It works with your psychology and all that. I got work from 11 to 5. I'll catch you on Monday. Open unless you're live backtesting your strategy. Yeah, actually I may do that. Maybe during like the weekend or something. Maybe I'll go live and try to just backtest the strategy a little bit, and like maybe do like a week recap, see the strategy where it worked this week, where it didn't work, and I'll see. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Wait, today's Thursday, so I'll still be back tomorrow. I'll be trading tomorrow. But yeah, I'm here every day. I'll be here every day on TikTok unless TikTok bans me or something. For, I don't know. But I have a YouTube that always live on too. So I should have held. Yeah, that's always in hindsight. It's so easy to say that in hindsight. I should have held. But here's the thing, that I should have held, you're gonna do that next time, and you're gonna be like, oh, remember that last time I should have held, and then that next trade you take is gonna turn into something that, like, you should have sold because it kept selling off. Like yesterday, remember yesterday's price action? How it just opened up and just sold? Imagine, I can almost guarantee you there was a person yesterday that held, that's just like, oh, I'm gonna hold, and just blew up an account. Did you follow me, or is that a bot? It's a bot. It's a bot. I don't really follow much people. I don't really follow, yeah, crap. I'm already starting to get these stupid bots. Disclaimer, I will never ask for money. I will never try to sell you a course. I will never, you know, send you some kind of link or anything. So if somebody's trying to get any kind of money out of you, it's not me. I will never message you and try to get you to buy my course or do something. Or so if somebody's messaging you trying to get money out of you for something, it is not me. The only thing I have is I have an affiliate link that, you know, if you do buy an evaluation with Apex, that's my affiliate link. TUZ is my affiliate link. That's the only thing I have. So, but yeah, don't click any links or anything. You could just go to Apex's website and, you know, you could type in that TUZ and it'll give you 80% off. Are you funded? Yes, I am. I'm funded with 10 accounts. I have 10 funded accounts with Apex. They said you were going to send me money. Oh, wow. Apparently they have access to my bank account sending people money. Bruh, these freaking scammers. The scum of the earth. Like, how bad of a scumbag you have to be to try to scam from people. Bruh. If I met one of those scammers in person, oh my gosh. Bro, I had the IRS call me one time. I don't know if any of you got that scam call. I had the IRS call me, and they were threatening to freaking arrest me. If you don't pay right now, we are sending a warrant out for your arrest. I'm sitting there like, what? I was confused. At first I didn't know it was a scam, and then I realized IRS will never call you. Like, you know what got me? They tried to get me to pay using a gift card. They wanted me to go to Walgreens and get a gift card. And I'm like, hold up. Yeah, the IRS is going to call me wanting me to go to Walgreens and buy a gift card for them to use. Come on, man. Bro, get more affiliate links from other firms. Apex is a C-grade prop. I mean, I use Apex. I don't think Apex is necessary. I don't think it's a bad prop firm, especially for people that are learning. It's like, for evaluations, it's like the cheapest evaluations out there. So for somebody who's gonna blow accounts anyways, it may be one of the best routes to go. Other than a sim account, you don't have to invest any money. But yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'll try to get more. I just trade only with Apex. Like, I don't want to get prop firm links for accounts that I don't trade with. So, but yeah, I'll get more. I'll try more prop firms. Like Take Profit Trader. I think I'm gonna try Take Profit Trader. You know, I would never want to recommend any prop firms that I don't trade with myself. Like, you know, I only recommend reputable prop firms, not any like. But I mean, like, you know, Apex, I don't necessarily think it's a C-grade prop firm. I think with the right strategy, it's a very powerful prop firm, because if you actually know how to trade, Apex is powerful because you can get, you know, 20 funded accounts and get payouts from 20 accounts. That's the scalability of Apex is crazy if you know how to trade. That's the thing. But it's good for people who know how to trade, and it's also good for people who necessarily don't know how to trade, because the people who are going to blow accounts anyways, $33 an account. So it's like, it's not a lot of money for those people who are going to blow accounts anyways. And if you spend 33 bucks a month on an evaluation, right, it's not the end of the world. That's like, people spend more in coffee per month. And being able to actually have some money invested, have an evaluation, and, you know, invest money into something that could potentially make you, you know, a lot of money one day. Hoovier has instant funding firm, but the rules are hard. Yeah, I don't know anything about his firm, so I can't talk on his firm. Tradeify has an instant, has a straight to funded, but that's like, I wouldn't recommend that. I would only recommend that to somebody who actually knows how to trade. Like, if you haven't proven to know how to trade, there's no reason you should go to instant funding, because you're just gonna get an instant funding, and if you don't know how to trade, if you haven't proven, you're just gonna blow that, and they're more expensive. So, you know, after you've gotten multiple payouts and you just don't want to pass, you know, evaluations. But even evaluations with like Apex, they're 1 day to pass. So it's not like, you know. I mean, there's so much prop firms. There's a lot of good prop firms out there. It's hard to trade candles. What do you trade? How do you trade? I mean, most people trade candles. Thar? Can you check Thar? Is that a prop firm? If that's a prop firm, I wouldn't go with that prop firm. The safest thing to do, go with prop firms that are reputable, right? Prop firms that have a reputation. Because the last thing you want to do is go with some no-name prop firm. You're going to end up passing the evaluation. You're going to end up, you know, getting to a payout. You're going to request a payout, and they're not going to pay you out. Like, you don't want to go through all that to not get paid out. So that's why I personally, I stick to the reputable prop firms. Reputable prop firms that a lot of traders use. You know, they're known for paying people out. They have a history of paying people out, so. But I can't say anything about a prop firm that I personally, you know, haven't got a payout from or I have used. So, my funded futures. Yeah, I mean, they're a pretty popular prop firm. Do you have a max risk per past evaluation? Yeah, so typically for like evaluations with my strategy, I'll allow myself about 4 to 5 losing trades of drawdown, meaning usually 5. So I allow myself to be able to have 5 losing days in a row. So that's 5 days where I can just take a loss, and right, that's typically based on my strategy. That doesn't happen. So I do allow myself a little bit of wiggle room, and I just size according to that. Because I know I'm not gonna. I mean, the chances of me taking 5 losing trades in a row is like very low. So. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna have to hop off because I have to go to the tax collector. I have to eat, and then the best freaking. Oh, I hate going to the tax collector, but I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow, so we'll see how price action is tomorrow. What size are your 10 accounts? I have 9 $50,000 accounts, and then I have one $100,000 account. The $100,000 account I would not recommend getting. I got a long time ago. I got a $100,000 account with no trailing drawdown, but it only had a $600 drawdown. I'm surprised I still have that account. It only has a $600 drawdown, which is crazy. That's a very hard account to pass, and I have it now, but yeah. $950,000 and $100,000. Why tax collector? I sell cars. So what I do for a living is I buy and sell cars from insurance companies. So like when people get into accidents, typically when the insurance company buys your car from you, they put it on auction. Somebody like me buys the car, fixes it up, and resells it. And when I sell a car, I have to do paperwork. So I have to go at 1:30 to the tax collector to do paperwork for people who purchased cars. At what time tomorrow? I jump on at 9:30. I'm on 9:30 every single day. I'm gonna be on the markets every day at 9:30. If I'm not on, I'm probably sick, or, you know, or maybe TikTok, you know, ends up. Hopefully they don't ban my account. But I do have a YouTube too that I go live every day. I don't have much people watching there, but I just do that just in case eventually, like, I don't. TikTok sometimes is, you know how it can be. So, but yeah, I'm on here typically live every day at 9:30, Monday through Friday. That market's open. But yeah, maybe this weekend I'll see. Maybe this weekend I'll go live and do some back testing with my strategy. Just go, you know, through the past week and kind of see what I could have done better. Kind of recap the trades that I could have took, you know, just this past week. So yeah, but that's that. I'm gonna hop off. I still gotta go eat, and but yeah, thanks guys for stopping by. Is your YouTube channel the same name? Yeah, I just started the YouTube channel. I haven't had it for a long time, so it's in my. If you go on my TikTok, there's a drop down, but it's the same. It's literally the same name. If you, whatever the same name on TikTok is, type it in on YouTube, you'll find me. But yeah, so that's that. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Thank you for joining. Stay safe. Don't take any stupid trades. If you're up, maybe call it a day. Go do something fun. And yeah. No, I don't know much about crypto. I've made money in crypto, but I took my money out. I don't trade crypto. I just trade futures. But yeah, peace out. I'll see you tomorrow.